I never believed in aliens. I mocked the idea, laughed at people who spoke of abductions or UFO sightings. But all that changed one night in the Carpathians. They didn't come to destroy us. They came to warn us. It was supposed to be a simple retreat. Just me, the mountains, and the quiet. I needed to disconnect, get away from the noise of city life and the endless feed of digital chaos. So, I chose solitude in a secluded cabin nestled deep within the Carpathian Range. The air was crisp, the pine scent almost intoxicating, and the silence so profound it made your thoughts louder. But that night, something was different. The forest, usually humming with nocturnal life, fell silent. Not a single cricket, not a rustle of leaves. Then the lights appeared. At first, I thought they were stars, too low and too bright, maybe helicopters. But they moved in a way that defied explanation. Angular patterns, silent gliding. Then, one of them, an orb of blue-white light, descended slowly into the clearing near my cabin. I should have run. I didn't. My body froze, not out of fear, but something else. Curiosity, perhaps. The orb hovered just meters above the ground, its glow pulsing gently. And then it split open like the petals of a flower, revealing a figure inside. It wasn't what I expected. No big-headed gray creature, no monstrous alien. It was tall, slender, and draped in what looked like shimmering organic fabric. Its face was smooth, almost featureless, save for a pair of radiant eyes that seemed to look through me, not at me. And then it spoke, not with words, but directly into my mind. Do not be afraid. We are not here to harm. We are here because your timeline is collapsing. I didn't know what that meant. I couldn't move, couldn't respond, yet I understood. The being extended a limb, if you could call it that, and suddenly images flooded my mind. Rapid, chaotic, vivid. Cities submerged under oceans, fires sweeping through forests, consuming entire landscapes. Skies darkened with ash, humanity turning against itself in desperation. And then, silence. Nothingness. I gasped, staggering back. The vision ended as abruptly as it began. I fell to my knees, my breath shallow, heart pounding. You must remember, the being said in that same mental voice. You must tell them. If enough believe, the pattern can be changed. The orb closed again. The being was gone. The light lifted, rose into the sky, and vanished among the stars. I was left alone in the cold mountain air, changed forever. But who would believe me? 5 years have passed since that night. I tried to forget, tried to convince myself it was just a hallucination, some vivid dream born from solitude and mountain air. But now, everything they showed me is beginning to unfold. The world has changed. It started subtly. Unseasonal storms, news of entire villages displaced by floods, wildfires erupting in places that had never seen flames. People called it climate change or natural cycles. But I knew better. I watched the events unravel in the exact order I had seen in that vision. Every fire, every collapse, every act of violence echoed what was burned into my mind by that alien presence. I tried to speak. I really did. At first, I wrote everything down, every detail, every image, every sensation. I published a blog, spoke at obscure conferences, even reached out to government agencies. Most dismissed me as mentally unstable. Others simply ignored me. Then one day, a woman named Elena contacted me. She was a geophysicist based in Iceland. She had read my blog and said my visions matched seismic patterns she had recently observed. Data so precise, so improbable, she could only assume it came from something beyond. She wasn't the only one. Over the years, more people like us surfaced, individuals from all over the world who claimed to have had similar encounters.
We formed a quiet network, comparing visions, timelines, anomalies. And we realized something terrifying. Each of us had been shown a different piece of the same puzzle. Elena saw the Earth's magnetic field collapsing. A man in Chile received visions of a solar event powerful enough to scorch the upper atmosphere. A teacher in Nigeria had a dreamlike message of a final wave, a cosmic phenomenon of unknown origin that would erase digital technology worldwide. And then, the patterns started overlapping. In late 2024, satellites began malfunctioning. Communication blackouts affected major cities. An untraceable solar anomaly was detected, matching exactly what the man from Chile had described. We weren't dealing with vague prophecies anymore. We were watching them come true. I returned to the Carpathians in February, hoping for another contact. I hiked to the same clearing, waited night after night, but nothing came. I shouted into the sky, begged for answers, for guidance. Silence. Until one night, a low humming vibrated the ground beneath me. A familiar blue orb descended, just like 5 years ago. But this time it didn't open. It hovered, pulsing as if scanning me. Then I heard the voice, not from outside, but from within. You remembered. That is enough. A new wave of visions struck me. Shorter, sharper, more intense. They showed the earth darkening, not dying, but sleeping. A great reset, a chance. The collapse is not the end, it is the beginning. But only if some survive. Your voice is one of many. Sing louder. And just like that, the orb vanished once more. Now I speak to you through this recording, not for fame, not for fear, but because you might be another voice. One of the few who believe. One of the few who remember. And if we remember together, maybe, just maybe, we can rewrite the end.